affixes. Explain your answer and support it with examples. Word structure refers to how words are composed of small units, primarily morphemes. Morphemes is a small unit. A morpheme is the smallest unit of meaning or grammatical function in a language with three key characteristics. The first one is meaning. It's a word or part of a word that carries meaning. The second is indivisibility. It cannot be broken down into smaller, meaningful units. And the third is the function. It plays either a lexical or grammatical role in the word formation. For example, in the word micro-enterprises, micro is a prefix, its lexical meaning, enterprise is a root, is the base word, and s is a suffix, provides grammatical information by making plurality. This demonstrates how morphemes combine to form complex words while retaining their individual rules. And there are two types of morphemes, free morphemes and bound morphemes. The first one is free morphemes. Free morphemes, free morphemes is morpheme that can stand alone as independent word. Example is need, love, bright. And the second is bound morphemes. Bound morphemes is a morpheme that cannot stand alone and must attach to other morphemes. Example, suffix s, plural marker indicates negation in unhappy. Example analysis a word cats. Cat is a free morpheme or roads, and suffix s is a bound morpheme, is a plural marker. And word unbelievable and is a bound morpheme, is a prefix and negation, and believe is a pre-morpheme or root, and able is a bound morpheme, is a suffix and capability. After morpheme, we talked about affixes. Affixes, a type of bound morpheme, modify base words, and affixes is a bound morpheme attached to a morpheme or root to form a new word, changing its meaning, lexical function, or grammatical function. Baker and Biswanger 2004 highlight that affixes are essential for conveying grammatical information and creating new words through a process called affixion. There are three types of affix based on form-based affixes. Namely, the first one is prefix. It may be defined as an affix attached to the front of a free morpheme or roots to inform a new word. And the second is suffix. It may be defined as an affix attached to the end of free morpheme to create a new word. And the third is a circumfix. It may be defined as a process of forming a new word by attaching a prefix and suffix to a free morpheme simultaneously. And in addition to the three types of form-based and affixes, we also recognize two types of affixes based on function, namely derivational affixes and inflectional affixes. Derivational affixes in English are numerous and open-ended, meaning their number can grow over time. These affixes are used to create new words, often changing their meaning and something their lexical function. For instance, the addition of suffix ness to the word happy changes the lexical function of the word happy as an adjective. The result word is happiness, with the lexical function is a noun. The second is inflectional affixes. An inflectional affixes is a bond morpheme that modifies a word to express grammatical contrast without changing its word class. Now, there are at least 8 types of inflectional suffixes, namely suffix s to indicate noun plural. The second is suffix to indicate noun possessive, and the third is suffix s to indicate verb tense for the third person singular. Four is suffix ing to indicate verb present, a particular or gerund. The fifth is suffix ed to indicate verb simple past tense. The next suffix n to indicate verb past perfect participally. The seventh is suffix er to indicate subjective comparative. And then the last is suffix ist to indicate adjective superlative. Do you agree with saying that morphemes may contain syntactical and grammatical function? Why? What are syntactical and grammatical function? Explain your answer and give example. Yes, I agree that morphemes can contain syntactical and grammatical function. Morpheme is the smallest unit that has a meaning or function, so it can affect sentence structure. Is syntactical function and grammatical meaning is a grammatical function. The first one is tactical function. The syntactical function of a morpheme refers to how it contributes to the structure and rules of word in a sentence. Morphemes help define whether a word acts as subject, object, predicate, modifier, etc. And the second is grammatical function. The grammatical function of a morpheme refers to how it conveys grammatical categories like tense, number, aspect, case, or mode. Thus, morpheme modify the form of a word without changing its core meaning. Example of its used word Kate. Syntactical function: Kate's function as the subject or object in a sentence. Example: the cats are sleeping. Kate is the subject. Grammatical function: the s pronoun marks plurality. And the next example is the word running. Syntactical function: running can act as a predicate or modifier. Example: he is running. Running is the predicate. Grammatical function: the ing morpheme marks the progressive aspect. What do you know of inflection? In what area of language can inflection take place? Explain your answer and give examples. Inflection, or also known as a word pattern, is a way to construct a word in order to meet the demand of the grammatical rules by following the conventionalist pattern. In language, inflection takes place by adding suffix to a word to tell the grammatical categories of the word itself, whether it is possession, comparison, or tense, and etc. as provided in the book of Linguistics, Basic Theory and Rules in English Language Teaching, Samson and Tayyip asserted that there are three basic types of inflection in English. Inflection of nouns, inflection of adjective, and inflection of verbs. The first one is inflection of nouns. This is focusing on the specific number of nouns, whether it is singular or plural, and also the possession of nouns. The second is inflection of adjective. It's usually meant to express the grammatical function of comparison, such as comparative form, superlative form, and also in addition the positive form of comparison. The third is inflection of verb. Is the process adding affixes to verb to modify the tense, aspects, and voice of a verb. The next is, what do you know of word formation? How many types of word formation can you recognize? Explain your answer in detail and give examples. Word formation refers to the process by which new words are created or existing words are modified to generate new meanings or function. It is a key part of morphology and it is essential for the dynamic nature of language. Several types of word formation exist, each contributing to the expansion and adaptability of a language. Type of formation. The first one is compounding and derivation. Compounding is a combination two or more independent words to form a new word. Example, sun plus flower is gonna be word sunflower, and the word black at word board can be word blackboard, and derivation is involves adding affixes such as prefixes, suffixes, and affixes to a base word to create a new word. Example, happy gonna be unhappy, friend be friendship, and run be running. And the last question is, do productive and less productive word formation have difference? Explain the difference and give example. Yes, they do. I can understand that the difference taught the productive process that is often used to create a new word, while the less productive process is rarely used. Productive process can be applied to a wide variety of words, while less productive process are more limited in scope. In addition, productive word formation is more flexible and open, while less productive processes are more fixed. Productive word formation is dynamic and adaptable, while less productive word formation is limited and often limited to specific words or contexts. Example for productive word formation: black plus board, be blackboard. Sun plus flower, be sunflower. Word snow plus man is be snowman. Example for less productive word formation is a radio detection and ranging, and the laser lights amplification by stimulate emission of radiation, and the last is scuba, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. So I think this is enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.